The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Jets superstar running back Breece Hall fueled even more fire to the rumors of a Davante Adams to the Jets trade. You'll hear from Breece. We'll talk about what it means. It's the Jake Asman Show. Grab your beer. It's happy hour, baby, on a football Friday. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season. We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go. Cheers to every Jet fan out there. Shout out to my guy, Fireman Ed. His lager, always tremendous. As we kick off a Friday show, please hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Folks, I was going to play you right away what Breece Hall said, but we entered today's show needing 96 channel members for our latest emoji, and our latest emoji is already ready. Ladies and gentlemen, if you caught the first show today, Bobby Midnight sat in the orange chair, so we have the Bobby Midnight in the orange chair emoji ready to go. Here's the thing. Gator made the one you see on the screen, and a great listener named Joseph made this one. Which emoji should we use? The first one or the second one? Once again, first one, second one. So I'll leave it up to the Asmaniacs to decide. In fact, maybe we get enough channel members where we add both of them. I don't care. I just want everyone to have fun, enjoy the show. It's July, another week or so. Jets report the training camp, and it's going to be awesome, and we will have real football to talk about. Before we get to what Breece said, let's shout out two people who are coming through for everyone before this damn show even started. Ladies and gentlemen, you talk about coming through for the Asmaniacs. How about this gesture by Rob Basil, dropping a 10 membership spot for the people before we even signed on? I see you there, Rob. Let's go.
Show me the money. Show me the money! Money.
All right, if you hear your name called, these 10 are from Rob Basil, Fry Guy, Bradley Levitt, Johnny Gammis. By the way, hey, Bradley Levitt, sup? Johnny Gammis, Mr. Juan Soto, Michael Putham, JoJo Master 25, Fabian Biscora, Sean Micketeer. You're all channel members, but wait, there's more. Zebo the Jet Fan, Michael Price. You guys are channel members, and folks, you can't gift out memberships on this show without this guy making his presence felt. You knew it was coming. Ladies and gentlemen, how about 5 channel members being gifted by none other? Let me find it. Hold on. We all know who it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the immortal, the incomparable, Mike D's Nuts.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership. Hey.
Here we go. 5 from Mike D's Nuts. Matthew, Brandon Barnes, Vane Silence, David Dean, Karen Lowe. You guys are all officially channel members. Let's go. That's 15 already added. We needed 96. You do the math. Bobby sitting in the chair could be on its way by the end of today's program. All right, let's hear now from Breece Hall. I got to be honest. These comments here from Breece did surprise me a little bit. I'll explain what I mean after you guys hear them. But I figured yesterday Aaron Rodgers was just trolling when that video came out of him talking about playing with Davante Adams again. And then Breece saying what he said. Maybe we got to take this more seriously. Just to do a full reset for those who missed it. This was Aaron Rodgers yesterday in a video that surfaced on the internet.
What's up? Do you think Luke Getsy's going to utilize Davante Adams good in the new Raiders offense?
I love Luke Getsy. He's a fantastic coach.
Awesome.
And I love Davante. I can't wait to play with him again.
Great. Love to hear it.
Yeah.
One, get that blue hat that Rodgers is wearing with my promo code Asman at HugaHouse.com. Freshly just dropped. Two, the way Rodgers obviously says that there, he's talking about it like it's about to happen soon, right? That's the indication. And I said, maybe he's just trolling. The day before that video, you had Davante say that Aaron's still in his ear, trying to recruit him, all this and that. And then fast forward to earlier today, Breece Hall, a guest on the K. Adams show. And this was Breece being asked about Davante Adams being traded to the Jets.
You say you're going to be Aaron Rodgers' best friend. I love that you're saying you're going to touch the ball other than anybody, other than him more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Then enter Davante Adams potentially. You're seeing this stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to be competing with touches with Davante?
Nah, I'm getting the ball the second most cigars. Davante, he knows he's gonna get his, but I'm definitely gonna be.
I'm sorry, is Davante a Jet?
Hey, you never know. You never know. We're always talking. We're always scheming.
Listen. Yes, there we go. I said that you guys should maybe go all in.
Yeah,
and make a big addition. You think we should?
I'm on board.
What would Davante bring to the team?
I mean, with him and then with Garrett and Mike Williams.
I was going to say, good thing you mentioned Garrett. I don't know if he likes the stuff.
Yeah, just pick your poison. Do you want me to beat you or do you want those three to beat you with Aaron? It's just pick your poison.
I mean, the way we're talking about Davante Adams here, even Kay alludes to it in the conversation there. It's as if he's already been traded from Vegas to the Jets. Look, Breece Hall is obviously going to be the Jets' most dynamic weapon, or at least he should be. Right? We know what Breece Hall could do. But the way Rodgers made his comments, Davante said what he said, and now Breece there, it almost feels like this deal has happened, and we're the only ones not to know at this point. I mean, Kay followed up after she made the line about, has he been traded already? And Breece said, hey, you never know. You never know. We're always talking. We're always scheming. That part makes me feel like, once again, this is not something that would happen until we would get much closer to the trade deadline. Raiders will play 10 games before the deadline. The Buffalo Jet fan on Twitter had the stat. They're underdogs in 8 of them. If they're 3-6 at the trade deadline, I could see Davante being traded, but I don't see him being traded this summer. This would shock me. Now, maybe if the Jets called the Raiders now and offered a first rounder like this second, maybe they would trade him. But I don't see him being traded until the deadline. Why would the Raiders give up on their year, which essentially you would be doing if you trade away your best player in July? I don't see it. I could see Davante being traded if the Raiders are out of it. I could see the Jets being the team that would trade a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick to get Davante. I could see it. His contract after this year is very easy to absorb. I'm sure he'd restructure to play with Rodgers. I'm not concerned about that. The Jets could get Davante Adams if the Raiders were to make him available. They would probably have the best offer on the table. They have the extra 3rd. I think the Jets should even be willing to throw a 2nd-rounder in the deal if that's the piece they need at the deadline that could get them over the top. I don't care about draft picks. I'm trying to win a damn Super Bowl this year. Joe Douglas shouldn't care about draft picks. He might not be here if they don't win. Right? Because if the Jets are struggling, Davante could be the move that sparks them. If the Jets are really good, Davante could be the move that gets them over the top. And no, the Jets won't be out of it at the trade deadline because they weren't last year. They were 4-3 at the trade deadline and then proceeded to not add a legitimate backup quarterback. Not add another weapon. Not trade for an offensive lineman. They signed Roger Saffold. So Joe Douglas owes us something at this deadline. All right, let's make that clear. But I don't see this happening until we get closer to the deadline. Maybe, you know what, maybe save this tape and I'll look stupid 24 hours from now. Schefter reports Davante's a Jet. I don't see it. But the way Rodgers has talked about him and Breece is talking about him, it's like this deal already happened. Like, did I miss something? I don't think I did. Now, I haven't watched it yet, but Netflix did the show Receiver, the first episodes, or maybe all of them, I think, are already out. This is a clip from that show of a pissed off Davante Adams when he was dealing with the frustrations of the crappy Raiders from a season ago.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Hold on. Before I play it, there are curses in here. So if you got young kids around, shield their ears, all right? I want to warn everyone because I couldn't bleep out the curses here. So there's a lot of F-bombs here. So please, to all the children out there, parents, here's your warning.
I gotta get the fuck out of here before I lose my fucking life. I ain't never been hit this many fucking times in my career. Every game I get fucked up.
That's a guy who was pissed off last year, and if they didn't make the quarterback change and fire Josh McDaniel and salvage their season by playing much better down the stretch and finishing with 8 wins, I think Davante would have requested a trade. In fact, he probably did request a trade last year, and then they fired everybody. Right? So he stayed. But I'll say this. That frustration he had last year will easily come back this year if they're 3-6 at the deadline. So can the Jets trade for Davante Adams? Yeah, they could. I just don't see it now. But that video we just played from the show Receiver on Netflix, that will be Davante again this year if they suck and he's unhappy, which he will be if they start losing again. Remember, Davante Adams didn't go to Vegas to play for the Raiders. He went to Vegas to play with his college quarterback, Derek Carr, who's no longer there. He did not sign up to play with Jimmy Garoppolo. He did not now sign up to play for Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew. He didn't. So, if the Raiders stink, which they might, once again, underdogs in 8 of their first 10, their last 3 games before the deadline are brutal. I believe off the top of my head, it's Rams, Chiefs, Bengals. If they stink, Davante could be traded. And I would be hard-pressed to think the Jets wouldn't be at the front of the line to get him. Now, best case scenario, maybe the Jets don't need him. If Garrett's Garrett, Mike Williams is healthy, Malachi Corley's the real deal, Gibson takes a step, whatever. But I think more likely than not, the Jets are not going to be good enough where they couldn't use Davante Adams. Could you imagine an offense where Davante Adams and Garrett Wilson are playing on the outside, or you put Garrett in the slot and Mike Williams is on the outside? How are you guarding the Jets? And then you know who really eats? Breece Hall eats, and he alluded to it in that cut. But I can't imagine this right now because it just seems so crazy to fathom. But where there's smoke, there's fire. You got Aaron Rodgers the other day saying what he said.
What's up?
Do you think Luke Getsy's going to utilize Davante Adams good in the new Raiders offense?
I love Luke Getsy. He's a fantastic coach.
Awesome.
And I love Davante. I can't wait to play with him again.
Great. Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Again. I'm just saying, man. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. We got to call a spade on this program. The way the Jets are talking about this, the way Aaron's talked about it, Breece, even what Davante said the day before that, this could happen. I just don't see it happening now. But I'll go on the record and I'll say it. Save the tapes, everyone. If Davante Adams is traded in season, he will be a Jet. If the Raiders trade Davante Adams, he will be a Jets. Is
Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener? Fuck yeah! He's gonna die. Let's go. Jets! Jets! Let's go!
I'm telling you. Shout out to Long Island. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Grab your beer, your cocktail. Cheers. It's a little happy hour edition of the Jake Asman Show. If you tuned in late, we needed 96 channel members for our newest emoji, the Bobby Midnight meets Orange Chair emoji. Folks, we have 2 to choose from. I'm going to run it up the poll. Which channel emoji should we use when we hit the membership threshold? 1 or 2? This is 1. This is 2. 1, 2. We will run it up the poll. Before we do that, before we open it up to your comments, your questions, your super chats, and, of course, take your calls on the Gusbuster hotline. Let's talk about the greatest 2 pro football betting contests in the known universe.
We don't need gimmicks like giant checks and mascots to promote this year's football contest because we're giving away even more money than we did last year.
$16 million in guaranteed prizes to be exact. There's 2 ways to win and no rake.
Players in Circa Millions make 5 picks against the spread each week with quarterly and full season payouts.
Circa Survivor entries select 1 team each week with no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. Visit circasports.com for details.
Folks, the poll is now live. Vote in it if you're watching the show live. And as you heard, Derek Stevens and Mike Palm there in the spot for Circa. All the information for Circa's Survivor and Circa Million Pro Football contests are at circasports.com. $16 million in guaranteed prizes. We will have an entry in the Circa Survivor. So I'm going to need you guys every week to help me make a pick, and let's try and win millions of dollars all together. All right, hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 memberships have just been gifted, and this is pretty cool because the guy who gifted the 5 channel memberships is a guy who will be joining us tomorrow as a first-time guest, not caller, but guest on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shine making it rain with 5 channel memberships. Let's go, Nick.
Oh, nice.
Here we go. 5 channel memberships from Nick. These went to Junior 24, Dakota Jones, Andrew Kemp, Isaac Abramson, Emilio Renovato Jr. You guys are all officially channel members. Shout out to proud NYJ fan. Nick will join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern for a little Saturday soiree. So we're going to have some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, vote in the poll. The early results have Gators emoji crushing Joseph's emoji. 70% for Gator, it appears right now, which means about 30% for the Joseph emoji. I love both. This one is all design. This one is so silly you just laugh at it. Pretty magical. All right, here we go. Comments, questions, super chats. Gusbuster hotline is open. Let's go to JT. He's first up this afternoon. What's up, JT? Happy Friday.
Yo, happy Friday, Jake. Let's go. I won't be drinking yet because I got to travel down. It's my mom's birthday, so we're actually going to Wildwood down by the shore for some drinks.
Nice. Have a great time, man.
Thanks, man. But dude, this is getting me so hyped, man. I can't. We're like you said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if we get Davante, oh Lord, is this gonna be a fun rest of the season? Like you said, I don't think it's gonna be until like maybe a week 5 or 6 when the Raiders are like 2-4 and they're looking to dump some salary. But oh man, oh baby, it's on.
JT. Look,
let's go.
If he's traded, I think he would be a Jet. And
I agree.
I think it's possible he's traded. I mean, look, crazy things happen in the NFL every year, but like the Raiders' schedule is brutal, man. Like there's a good chance they're 3-6 at the trade deadline.
I haven't looked at the schedule. Do they have a front top heavy schedule in the front?
The first couple games are manageable. It's really the last 3 that could trip them up.
Okay, and then I can see a nice little skid there, and Davante Adams getting pissed that they're throwing him more hospital balls, and he just wants out of there. Because let's be real, that's what happened. Jimmy Garoppolo just throwing him hospital balls, and he's getting destroyed all day.
That's what that clip was. Him
Right,
talking
right.
about getting hospital balls because his quarterback doesn't know how to accurately throw him the ball, which is kind of funny because consider he's just maybe the most accurate quarterback ever in Aaron Rodgers. He's got the best touchdown to interception ratio in the history of the sport.
Right, man. I don't know. This is getting me so hyped, man. Let's go. Jets, Jets. Let's go.
JT, happy Friday, my man. Great first call to start us off. Gusbuster hotline is open. Mr. K says, preach, my man. Let's go. Mr. K, I saw your first comment. Happy birthday. Well, since today's my birthday wish is to have Davante on this team before the trade deadline. I love it, Mr. K. Everyone wish Mr. K happy birthday. Shout out to Rob who said we got to start Friday off right. Rob, before the show began, 10 memberships gifted. Incredible. Sean with a super chat. Cuts the line. Trying to get memberships. Can't find the gift icon. Take all the weapons we can. Instead of sending a super chat, hit gift. That's how you do it. All right. Hit that emoji with the money sign on the right and then gift it. That's how it's done. Big fella. Roger Saffold pulled a Ben Simmons on the Jets. I mean, I don't even know Roger Saffold actually existed. Do we know he's real? Keith says, Jake, where's the Henny at? It's Friday. I was rocking my little Fireman Ed lager. All right, I'm doing a little beer right now. You want Henny too? Who am I to say no to Henny? Anything's possible. Cheers. Hennessy says we're saving the Henny for week 1. Nah, too late. Too late. Arizona Jet super chat. What Davante Adams? Man, I missed a lot. I'd love to have Adams and Garrett on this team. What would it take? Second rounder. If you wanted him now, I think they'd ask for a first. Because why would they trade him now? The Raiders are going to go into this year saying we won 8 games last year. Let's see what we can do this year. Why not? We have our coach, Antonio Pierce, for the full year. We have a good team. Right? We signed Christian Wilkins in free agency. We got Brock Bowers now. Ooh, Gary. Ooh, Brock Bowers. Ooh. Like, they're going to look at it like they can compete. I don't think they're good enough because I don't like their quarterback situation. And I think the division they're in is tough. They're in the Chiefs division, so you know you're not winning that division. You also know that the Chargers should be better with a real coach there with Herbert and Harbaugh. It's a tough spot for them. If you wanted him now, it would take probably a first-round pick. If you wait, I think you could get it done for a third and a fourth, a third and a fifth. I'd trade a 2 if I had to at the deadline, if that's what it took. Hell, I'd trade a 2 now if that's what it took. I wouldn't trade my 1 at this point. Let's wait. Let's see how the beginning of the year goes. And the benefit of adding Davante would be you plug him in instantly. He knows the offense already. He knows the quarterback. He knows the play calls. It would be an easy transition. Shout out to Leanie, a member of the 4% female demographic. Hit that Leanie emoji, which is the Jet 4% emoji. We don't have an emoji yet for Leanie, but that's coming soon. In the meantime, we could play this.
Is this Mike D's nuts?
Oh, it's Leanie, baby. Also, channel members, a members-only video dropped this morning. If you're an Asmaniac on YouTube, Patreon got it first, but it's up for members only. If you guys are interested, I did a radio hit on The Fan in Cleveland last night talking about the Jets. So that interview is up on the channel for members only if you haven't seen it. Rich writes in, but what about Brock Bowers? Isn't he worth 5 or 6 wins? Somebody tell Gary.
Did somebody say Brock Bowers?
Man. Ryan says, why would the Jets keep hinting at it unless there's something to it? Maybe there's something there. Maybe. I would be surprised if it happens now. I would. Brandon writes in, we need Charles' mom's chicken soup for Jake's B-Day. Man, that'd be a dream come true. September 18th, Brandon. The big fella with a super chat. Leanie's emoji should be a crown since she's the queen of the 4%. I love it. We got to do something better than just a crown, though. I think that is just available now for regular commenters. Maybe a Jets crown for Leanie. We got to be creative. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. If you call in, have your drink of choice, if you so please. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. We got 200 people watching, only 100 likes. The math's not mathing. Hit that like button. Helps the channel grow. This is Los writes in. Never thought the Knicks would get Bridges, so crazier things have happened. It's not crazy for him to be traded to the Jets. It's crazy for it to happen now. That's the thing. Shout out to whoever just bought a Hugo House hat during this show, because I just got the alert. Adam is too cool says, what if Davante held out until a trade? Diabolical. I don't think he's going to do that, right? He vouched for Antonio Pierce to get the job. They hired him. I don't think he's going to do that to Pierce. He's going to at least go into the year playing for the Raiders, right? I don't think he's going to go to the Raiders and say, trade me right now. I'd be surprised. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Keep submitting those. Let me scroll up here. The super chats are not loading properly, so I got to manually find them in the comments. Like this one here, I just saw from Dano. Stand by, Dano. You're next. I just got to find it here. It just disappeared on me. There we go. Makes no sense for the Raiders to hold on to an aging asset like Tay, especially when he's a $44 million cut candidate next season and too old for them to want to restructure. If they're out of it, they should trade him. The question is going to be, do the Jets have the best offer? I think they would. Right? Like, what's the likelihood the Jets are completely out of it and they don't need Davante? Not likely. They weren't out of it last year and they had Zach Wilson start for them. Right? So what's the likelihood they're out of it with, even if Rodgers misses some time in the first half of the year, they have Tyrod. So they're going to need Davante. And if they're not playing the potential, this could be the move that they might need to make to save Joe Douglas's job because they got to make the playoffs or he's fired. So if he's traded, I think he's a Jet. He's got to be traded first. That's the question. Dano says, I'd trade both our threes at the deadline. It shouldn't take a two. I'll trade both threes too if I have to. Right? 2 threes for Davante? Sign me up. I don't think it would take that much, though. Usually the currency at the trade deadline is about like a third and a fifth for like a high-impact player. We've seen that. Ryan says, I bought that hat, baby. Hey, Ryan, thanks for supporting the sponsor, man. Appreciate that. Jet Fan for Life is watching on Twitter. Outside of Baldy's breakdown, the Jake Asman show is my go-to for Jet Talk. Thank you, Jet Fan. Appreciate that. Lawrence says, I love the idea of Davante. If we're really going all in on the season, you get it done now for whatever it takes. Why wait 8 games? Why wait till 8 games are gone? We need him week 1 versus San Francisco. All right, do you want to trade a first-round pick? So I don't. Right? I think the Jets can win without Davante. So let's hold the fort till the trade deadline and assess everything there and get him for way cheaper. Now, if you tell me I could get him for a third right now, I'll do it. I don't think that's possible. The Raiders, we might think they're going to stink. We all thought the Jets were going to stink the second Rodgers went down. They started 4-3, right? Like, things happen in the NFL. The Raiders are not going to give up on their year before training camp even starts. If he's traded, I'd be floored. Now, if he's traded at the deadline, I wouldn't be shocked. Twerp says, if we trade for him, do you think we'd have to throw a player into the deal? Typically, you don't really see player-for-player trades. It's usually draft capital at the deadline. Ladies and gentlemen, the Carly roll call is underway. She thinks she plays for the New York Yankees, everybody. Look at this. Look how many people are mentioned here in this comment. This is just outrageous, folks. Unbelievable. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Please vote in the poll if you're tuning in late. Bobby Chair emoji number 1. Bobby Chair emoji number 2. Bobby will sit in the orange chair if we hit the emoji threshold, the membership threshold. But first, we need to know which emoji we're uploading. Right now, number 1 has 66% of the vote. Tremendous. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Best wants to see the Bobby Chair emoji. A membership has been gifted from our guy, Keith. All right, here we go. This one is from Keith. Let's see who got it. It's not showing up for me. Stand by. Keith, where is it? Who got it? There we go. I just saw it. Jason Yeager, you are officially an Asmaniac, courtesy of Keith Best. Shout out to Keith for coming through. Let's see. This is really hard when the super chats don't load the way they should. There was one from Dr. V-Man I saw that just popped up. Where is it? Where is it? Is Dr. V-Man actually a doctor? Where is V-Man, by the way? He didn't call the first show today. We'll work on that. Hold on. Dr. V-Man, I'm going to find your thing. There we go. Hey, Jake, from my lips to God's ears, Tate will be a Jet before the opener, baby. Dr. V-Man, what do you give it up to get him? I like the idea. I just don't know if it's plausible. I don't think the Jets would trade away their first-round pick. I think that's what the Raiders would ask. Right? So if that's the asking price, like, would you do that now? Like, I mean, some of you might say, screw it, I don't care, but I don't think that's smart business when you could probably get him for a third if you wait. Now, look, if the Jets suffer a significant injury in training camp, God forbid something happens to Garrett Wilson, then yeah, that my thought process probably changes if he's available. But I don't know if he's available. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Kent, one of the all-time greats, coming through with 5, count it, 5 channel memberships.
Money, 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 money.
These are from Rick Kent. Snowman Multimedia. FIFO8490. Jay Burney. Mitchell McLellan. Salik Khan. You guys are all officially channel members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's a members only video available for those who just became members for the first time. Mike D's Nuts checks in. Most is a second or third, but I do both threes or 3 and 4. I would trade a second if that was the missing piece. Like if we look at this team and go, they're really good, Davante puts them over the top. The same way the Rams already had Cooper Kupp and they said, let's get OBJ. That will put us over the top. And it worked. So that's what you have to consider. Rick writes in, got to get an emoji for everybody's friend Bobby. We do. 25 memberships so far. We need more. Twerp writes in, what's the percentage difference of us beating the Niners if we trade for him? I don't know if it, I mean, obviously it goes up, but like, I don't look at it that way. Like the Jets Super Bowl is not week 1. They have 16 other games after that. Be nice to win week 1, please. Sign me up for that. But you don't make this move because it gives you a better chance to win week 1. Peter Castro writes in, Davante, a big waste of time and money. Don't need him. Please stop. I don't think he's a waste of time or money, Peter. He's an elite receiver. He had 1,100 yards last year and 100 catches on a bad team. That's not a good take. I love you, Peter. That's not a good take. Davante Adams is a big waste of time and money. Have you looked at Alan Lazard? You once super chatted $500 about him. Have you seen Alan Lazard? Now, that's a big waste of time and money. All right. Davante Adams, pretty effing good. Mike D's Nuts with a super chat. If we were expecting to win a Super Bowl, what are those picks? End of each round, right? End of each round. Gator writes in, sent a new hybrid Bobby chair emoji. Oh my God. We're going to have a third. Oh my, this is crazy. All right, folks. Let me get this one up there. This might entice some memberships being bought for the people. Here we go. Gator's done it again. I got to save this as a PDF first so I can upload it to StreamYard. Don't ask why you can't do regular photos. All right, here we go. Let's upload this. Folks, Gator's in the lab today, man. He had to edit out porno being shown on the Bobby show, and now he's working on this. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, we present Bobby Chair Volume 3 emoji. Do I have to update the poll? I'm ending this poll. Gator's first one is going to win at 68% of the vote. I'm going to update the poll. Let's go to a second poll here. Also, only 135 of you as maniacs voted. There's 230 watching. Let me run it up the poll again. Here we go. Stand by, folks. Which emoji should we use? Hold on. It's hard. As you guys can see, producing this and hosting is not easy. Stand by. Engage with audience. Start a poll. We're a democracy on this show. Add options. All right. Number 1. Actually, I'm just going to make it easier for people. Gator number 1. Gator number 2. I'm going to say Gator's creation so people don't get confused. It's not a Gator emoji. It's Bobby in the chair. Gator's creation. All right. Here we go. And we're live. Poll is live for people to vote on. We are a democracy, baby. Dano with an Asmaniac super chat. Dano, didn't you have another super chat with a different account? I love it. Can we agree if JD swings a deal for Adams, we overkill the East with potentially the greatest team ever assembled on paper? JD haters sit while peeing. They would not be the greatest team ever assembled. Would they be maybe the best Jets team ever assembled? Let's see how they do in the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, it'd be insane. I like it. I like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through both options here, but we need more members. We're not even close. So this just feels like a tease unless we get closer. We are down to 2 options. Option 1, vote in the poll. Option 2. Now, for those who are maybe new to the show and don't understand why specifically, Bobby's hat here says that he loves Gary. It's because we learned the other day that Bobby thinks Gary's kind of cute.
Oh, is that Gary's wife? Hi, Gary's wife. Oh, there she is. Really good looking.
So it does tie nicely back to that viral moment on the Bobby show. This is the second option. This is the first option. We will let the people vote. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. It is a Friday happy hour program here. Cheers to everybody. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, where'd Purple Belt Mike go? Mike, you're up next. That's a shame. Big fella's on the line. Hello, big fella.
Hey, what's up? How's it going, man?
What's up, big fella? How you feeling?
I'm getting a little bit better, day by day.
You sound sick still. That sucks.
Yeah, my wife brought it back from fucking Turkey, so whatever. Anyway, I want to get to this Davante thing.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
No, for God's sake. But anyway, getting to the Davante thing, he's a great player and everything, and we'd be lucky to have him. But the way we are right now, we got to see how things progress. If something happens, then we reassess and we go forward. If we can get him at the trade deadline for a pick or whatever, do it. You have to see how desperate the Raiders are, because they actually think that Aiden O'Connell would have been a first round pick if he would have came out this year. That's what I've heard from over there. So,
yeah, I don't know if I buy that.
I'm just saying what I heard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants to pump up their own players and stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's what I got on that. I have a question for you though. Most intrigued rookie to see. Which one do you want to see the most? Like, which one is are you most excited to see this preseason?
Corley, because I think you can't really see what he does until he can hit people, because he's so good after the catch, and you don't really get to do that in training camp.
Okay. No, that's a good answer. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it, my man.
Well, big fella, you feel better? Maybe go over to Charles Gorman's house and see if his mom will share some of that chicken.
Give me that soup, bro. What the I'm dying over here.
Big fella, you're the man.
All right, man. Take care, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella. As everyone knows, when the Jets are AFC East champions, the Henny bottle will be opened that the big fella gifted me at one of our meetups. We're ready. Also, Gator, I'm just seeing your text now. That's my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, this will make everyone's voting process easier. Side by side. Gary, emoji, Bobby on lawn chair, or Sarah on the hat, emoji, Bobby on lawn chair. On the left is number 1. On the right is number 2. And it is tight right now. 54% with the first one. 46% with the second one. That's as close as it gets. That's tight. Real tight. So we'll say this could come down to the wire. It really could. Jets mess is body shaming. Guy on the left is too skinny. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Mr. K says, "What number 1? Come on, hands down. Look at that sexy dude." It's fair. John says Corley and Stiggers are the two rookies he's excited. Stiggers too. Yeah, Braylon Allen. Honestly, he might not play, but I want to hear how Olu's doing, right? He's going to have to play at some point. Do they give him right tackle reps too? Eventually they should. I know they say he's a left tackle, but give him some opportunities at right tackle this summer. Right? Let him get a couple reps there just in case. And also, Tyron Smith's not going to practice every day. So there'll be days where Olu's running with the starting offense. I don't need Hall of Famer Tyron Smith to be sweating bullets in August during a training camp practice when we already know he's good. Keep him healthy. That's the bottom line. All right. More of your calls right now. Hit the like button if you're tuning in live. Keith Best, who gifted a channel membership earlier, is on the line. Hello, Keith.
Hey, Jake. I asked you this question yesterday. What do we need Adams for? And you said football is football. And this shit changes every 24/7. Then I turn on the thing this afternoon talking about rhetoric, and I'm like, I can't listen to this crap. Is the guy going to show up for practice and be with the team, or is he not? It's not about the contributions of financiality.
He'll be there. They still got time to get something done. Deadlines create action, and report date is not till the 23rd.
I'm going off cue with Jess 101, but I'm going to go to Life 101. So I've been visiting these kids. I'm going through cancer myself. I don't mean to bring that up here as a negative, but this show brings prestige. It brings admiration. It brings joy. I don't know what other words else to use, but I was leaving my session this morning, and the human resource girl says, we can't use names down here because of the HIPAA law. So they said, they wanted to know if you were here today, can you go back upstairs? And I went into MICU. And I just want everybody that's on here right now to think about maybe it's not your child, but what do you do when you walk into an MICU unit with a person who's in their teenage years, who's never got a chance maybe to ride a skateboard? We didn't have cell phones when I grew up. We had stickball and tennis balls. That's why my dad gave me the tickets to go to Shea Stadium all the time. And trust me as a child to ride the number 7 train from Grand Central. But what do you tell the kid when you walk in that requested you to come up again? And where's your Jets jersey you had on yesterday?
Love it.
And it's like, I only have one, and he said, it's not a she, it's a he. He said, how do I get one? And I have to be very careful with the human resource department at the hospital. You just can't show proceeds, all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. But after 15 minutes of sitting and talking to him about my days as his childhood of going, not to embellish or show off that I was able to go to the Jets games when I was a kid, which he doesn't have the opportunity to do. I just looked at him and I just said, you know what? You just got to have faith and you got to have hope. And I will come here every time that they call me that I'm here to come and visit you. I will come up every time.
Keith, you're the best.
That's what we do in a community. And I don't know what else to say, but
I have a question for you, Keith.
I'm overwhelmed with the faith and the hope. I try to gift a couple of people this morning.
Yeah. I want your
And yes,
opinion, Keith. Which emoji, man? You gifted some memberships the last couple of days here. Which one do you like better?
Yeah, I don't like either one.
Neither one.
No, I'll make my own, and it won't be suitable for kids.
All right. Well, I don't know if I can
No,
use that one
I
on
don't
the
mean it
show.
that way, Bobby. Bobby, I love you to death, but I'm glad you cleaned your room. That was I want to put a Emoji 5-star like my mother put on my bedroom door if I did good for the day, and she gave me 5 little stars that you peeled off one of those little sticker things, But everything grows or it dies. You have a choice. I have a choice today to be prominent, to send you a picture of my filet mignon that I cooked with the Brussels sprouts. And those are the joys of life, because sometimes when things start kicking, you don't know what to do. And I'm grateful and I'm honorable that you allow me to sign on here, and you let, when I raise my hand or I'm on chat, you say go ahead. That's an honor. I love your show. Everybody here is amazing, and the King boy, he King Lowski, stop trashing Bobby. He needs a little break once in a while. And Bobby, stop chasing the girls. Have a great afternoon. Thank you for having me on.
We love you, man. The King, man. The first show today was an all-timer, man. It was wild. Bobby in the chair, King Lowski being King Lowski. Alan and Rob face to face. I love it. I love it. Minnesota Jet fan just officially became an Asmaniac by hitting the join button on the right-hand side. I just checked 82 to go until we upload our latest channel member emoji.
Oh, nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy was on hold before. I was about to go to him, and then he disappeared. But now he's back. Purple Belt Mike. Hello, Mike.
Yo, my bad. I had to get ready to go to my dad's.
It's all good.
Yo, we got to get Tay. I don't give a damn what we give up. Give up threes, give up Corley. I don't really care. I do not care. The one thing that Tay has that no one else has, including Garrett, is success on the football field, and they trust each other. As much as I love Garrett, there's no one that Rodgers loves more as a wide receiver, more than Jordy Nelson, more than anybody else. It's Adams. Bring him in. If it costs us 3 threes, a second, I don't give a damn if it's a first. I really don't give a shit. Let's get him. Bring him here, because we're winning the Super Bowl. We're going to win the Super Bowl. Get him here, baby. Get
wait a
him
second.
here. I
Mike,
need him. I need him
you
here,
were
baby.
saying you were saying they were going to win the Super Bowl before this even became a discussion. So they're already going to win the Super Bowl. Why do we need to trade a first for Davante now?
The more the merrier. Who cares? Who cares? The more the merrier. Line it up, baby. Line it up.
Yeah, I don't know if it works that way.
Look, if you play JD and I play the Raiders. If I tell you I want the Detroit's third, our third, and Corley right now for Davante, you doing it?
Detroit's third, our third, and Corley. Am I doing it right now?
Yeah.
If I could get Davante to restructure his deal so it lines up with when you got to pay Garrett, Breece, those guys, which I think he would do. Yeah, I probably would do that. I probably would, honestly. I mean, I like Malachi Corley a lot. I don't know what he is. And 2 third-round picks for the chance to make myself maybe the Super Bowl favorites in the AFC, I might have to do it.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, too. And I also thought maybe Aaron would take another pay cut, even though he already took one. But, he really wants to win, and he has so much money. I figure that he would do it to make it work because the salary, I don't know really what else we can do. They're not going to want Lazard because they're just not going to want him. So, like, to make the money work, I'm not sure what else we can do.
I'm not
besides
trading
really have him
Corley.
step up.
I don't think I would trade both thirds in Corley though. Like I'd have to think about that. Like I'd rather keep Corley in the pipeline here because he fits exactly what they want in a slot receiver yak guy.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. But
You just
either
want
way,
Davante, man. You're obsessed. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm having dreams. I'm having visions. It's like, oh, the parade, but then Davante's there. I'm like, oh, shit. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Woo. Let's go. Let's go.
You have a great Friday night with your dad.
Thanks. See you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Purple Belt Mike. It's a lot. I just don't see it happening now, man. I really don't. Uno Jets with a super chat. Jets plus Davante equals Super Bowl win, no doubt. All right, sign me up. Dr. V-Man says, wish I was a doctor, Jake. I'm actually a bus driver in your old stomping grounds in Ithaca for TCAT, Tompkins County. Shout out to you, Dr. V-Man. Love the TCAT. I've had many nights where I needed the TCAT to take me home because I was unable to operate a motor vehicle. The problem was Uber didn't get to Ithaca College till after I already graduated. Otherwise, I probably, to be honest with you, Dr. V-Man, never would have taken the TCAT. But it wasn't when I was there, so I needed it. For those who don't know, the TCAT is the bus system in Ithaca, New York. Carly writes in, am I the only one who gets Purple Belt Mike and the big fella mixed up? I would say yes. They look nothing like each other. Maybe you're not the only one, though. I don't know. Weed the People writes in, Jake, I'm late. What are the other emojis? Ladies and gentlemen, Weed the People is on the line right now. Weed, you don't know what the emojis are?
I saw him when you showed him the second time. I didn't see him at first. I missed him.
All right, which one are you going with?
I'm going with the first one. That was fucking hilarious.
First one?
Yeah. That is a good one.
Yep. How's the weed?
It is fantastic. It's called hazelnut.
Nice.
Yeah, really good. Not bad.
Who would be your dream person to smoke the marijuana with, Weed?
Ooh, that is a tough
The Mary
question.
Jane. The Kush.
That is a tough question. Very, very tough. For the sake of the Jets, I would say Aaron Rodgers. I would like to smoke a joint with Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know if he does weed. He does more serious stuff like ayahuasca.
I will happily do ayahuasca with him too. I don't know. I guess maybe. Excuse me.
There it is. Smoker cough.
George Carlin.
George Carlin. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'd like to smoke weed with George Carlin.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyway, about Davante Adams.
Oh, you actually have a jet point today. Nice.
No, I kind of like a thing. I was just sitting here thinking that I was stoned. I was like, what if the whole reason the Reddit contract is still getting fished out is because they're still trying to put money to the side to pay Davante Adams? That's it.
Weed, I appreciate you. I'm going to let you go because we got a huge Knicks news now. Wow. Jalen Brunson, the statue right now. Jalen Brunson just agreed to a 4-year, $156.5 million extension. He just took $113 million less than he could have if he waited a year to give the Knicks plenty of flexibility to continue to put a great team around them. Wow. He really did it. 4-year, $156 million. Player option in year 4. So if he opts out after year 4, he'll have 10 years of service in the league and get a super max then, where he'll be paid like $70 million a year at that point. But for the next 3 years, the Knicks have the best superstar contract by far in basketball. Look at the money Emmanuel Quickly just signed for. Now look at Jalen Brunson's deal. Wow. Brunson, after year 4, could sign a $323 million extension in 2028 or a new 5-year, $418 million deal in 2029. Wow. This is one of the most selfless acts a superstar in New York has ever done. We talked about Rodgers taking the largest pay cut in pro sports history. What Brunson just did is unheard of in the NBA. Unheard of. Unbelievable. Wow. That's amazing. Let's go. We need a Brunson emoji right now. Someone just said he's the 37th highest paid player in basketball. That's insane. That's insane. If Brunson waited a year, he would have been able to sign 5 years, $269 million. He just took $113 million less. That's unbelievable. Wow. All right. Cheers to Jalen Brunson. Let's go Knicks. How those Nets picks going to look now, Net fans, by the way? This Knicks team is going to be stacked for years to come. That's unbelievable. Tom says that's why he did it. The 10-year Supermax will be worth every penny. Of course. This is what we call family business. You know who Jalen Brunson's agent is? Sam Rose. You know who Sam Rose's father is? Leon Rose. You know who Leon Rose is? Knicks fans, you already know. The guy who's the GM of the team. Family business. This also means Brunson gets to essentially pick who his coach is. He loves Thibodeau. Thibodeau's going to get paid next. He'll sign an extension. And I'm telling you, part of the Knicks getting Bridges and giving up what they did was because they probably said to Jalen, we could do this, but will you sign an extension early? And he said, if you get Bridges, I will. And that's what happened. I think it's all connected. And Rick already made the point I was about to say. Leon Rose's first client as an agent was Rick Brunson. Family business. That's tremendous. Peter writes in, Jets will win with you at wide receiver. What's up with you hating on Davante Adams, Peter? He's an unbelievable player. Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella coming through. Carly, you still confused who the big fella is? How about 10 channel memberships being gifted? Let's go.
Show me the money. Show me the money! Money.
If you hear your name called, these are from the big fella. Margaret Lankry, Mojo Jets, Marcel 6972, Michael Hutchinson, Travis Dukes, JS, Net Mover, Matt Hinselin. Oh my God. Wow. Smash that big fella emoji. Let's go. Let's go. Brunson's unreal, man. I cannot believe he took that. It's unheard of. Find me the athlete in sports that ever did that. This kind of money. Rodgers had the record for the largest pay cut. Brunson just shattered it by triple. Turned out $113 million guaranteed. Leany writes in, Peter Castro, who are you and what have you done with Peter Castro? You've been so positive lately. It's refreshing. It's a great point. What happened to Peter Castro?
Is this Mike D's nuts?
No, Leany, it's negative Peter Castro. Unbelievable. We have to understand, though, the negativity in Peter, it still could be there. All right? You don't just get to eradicate it completely. This was Peter not that long ago.
Our coaching staff stinks. The team is never prepared. They're undisciplined. They make a million mistakes. And the coaching staff is terrible. He doesn't know what he's doing. Hackett and him are like having two drug addicts on the sidelines. They're no good. And if Rodgers doesn't fix this, we're all going to kill ourselves. What happens after Rodgers? They have no plan for that. It's going to be 10 more years of being a shit.
Unreal. Unreal. Purple Belt Mike. So this is Purple Belt Mike, Carly, not big fella. Jets and Knicks winning chips in 2024, 2025. Well, the last time the Jets won a championship, the Knicks also won, so sign me up. Mike D's Nuts says, LOL, got my wife saying, is that Mike D's Nuts? Oh, my God, that's too funny. That's probably the best drop we have on this show. You can't not smile every time you hear this.
Is this Mike D's Nuts?
Just tremendous. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, after the 10 memberships that were purchased by the big fella, we are in range of a new channel emoji. Might be tough to do it during the show, but I think by the end of the weekend, we might have enough. We're about 70 away from a new emoji. And that new emoji will officially be the emoji you see on the left. The poll results are in. 59% of you voted for the emoji of Bobby wearing the Love Sarah hat to be our next emoji. So there you go. Gator has done it again with the design. It is official. And ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now for the first time to break it all down and talk about what it means for this channel moving forward is none other than Bobby Midnight.
Well, you know, I'm getting really freaking pissed. I thought I saw Gary's pretty wife. I need to get some sleep. I'm Bobby.
Bobby!
I'm in my orange chair.
Let's go. Wait, how do we know you're in it?
I'm sitting right on it. What do you think I am?
Yeah, but duck your head a little bit so we can see if you're actually in it. You know,
Oh, come on.
we want to see a little orange, Bobby. Come on.
Oh, come on.
I see. We still can't. There it is. We can kind of see a blip.
Oh, God. I'm not. My computer chair is back there. Don't you see my computer chair is back there?
Oh, I see it.
Oh, okay. I'm in my orange chair, Jake.
What do you think of the emojis, Bobby? You
I
excited?
like the first one better, the ugly one.
So the one that won, you're happy with?
Yes. I'm not that skinny, though.
I think you're pretty skinny.
No, I'm not. I'm fat as ass.
You're fat as S?
As ass. I'm 275 now.
You're fat as ass. Why don't you say you're a fat ass? Why fat as ass?
Yeah, I'm pleasantly plump.
Pleasantly plump. That works.
Yeah. I told you I was in my orange chair. I've been in since I told you I would be in my orange chair at the beginning of the
Well,
so
Bobby, we might not be able to get the emojis today. You got to encourage people to start sending in emojis so we can get this thing.
So what time do you
members
want tomorrow?
I'll be live at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yep. I agree.
Yep. Well, do the memberships, guys, if you want that. He's been getting a lot today, so that's good.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add, Bobby? You sound tired.
No, I'm great. I'm fine. I'm sitting in my chair like I promised you.
Are you going live again today?
A little later.
Well, late night show.
Well, you got Nick T, who talks about wrestling. Then you got VR and Johnny at 6.
So you're going live after VR and Johnny?
Probably, yes.
Am I alone with this take in the chat right now? Bobby sounds so tired, man. I feel like you should get some rest.
I am fine. I'm sitting. Remember when you were in my thing? I said I would sit in the chair, the orange chair for the whole.
I know, but you sound tired. Mike D's Nuts says Bobby sounds tired. This is Los. Bobby needs a nap.
No, I don't. I'm not tired.
Even Gator says Bobby running on empty.
No, I'm not running on empty. No, I only have one show today. I didn't run on empty.
All right, give us some jumping jacks or something. Prove you got energy.
No, I'm not doing no jumping jacks. I sat in the chair for you all the show.
Yeah, but sitting is easy to do.
I'm not in the mood to do jumping jacks, Jake. Stop.
I'm just trying to get you to allow yourself to prove to the audience that saying you're tired.
I am not tired. I'm just talking at a normal voice.
Rob says push-ups. Rob, would you gift memberships if Bobby did push-ups?
No, I'm not doing that. My back cannot do push-ups, okay? Please, no.
All right, no push-ups, and we don't want you to get hurt. Weed says now you're cranky. Everyone's noticing this, Bobby. We just want you to be happy.
I'm not cranky. Stop it, guys. I'm not cranky. I'm going to be cranky if you don't stop saying I'm cranky.
Snowball says that the orange chair is making you tired. Is that true?
No, I got in the chair. What did I tell you when I was on my show? I was going to sit in the orange chair, remember?
Wow, Rob just said he'll donate a membership for every push-up you do.
Well, I'm not going to do a push-up, so Rob, you're not going to do anything, so stop it.
Hector says, I'll do 20 if Bobby does 5 push-ups.
I don't want to hear from Hector. No.
Yep. Interesting. All right, well, maybe we could come up with something that you could do.
No, I'm sitting in the orange chair. That's enough.
All right. Well, stay on hold in case we get the emojis.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for the time, Bobby. Maybe take a quick nap.
I'm not tired.
All right.
Well, I have my own YouTube show. If I'm awake, I'm going live. Unless Jake has a show, I'm Bobby.
Man. Nothing but net says, I'll do 50 push-ups if Bobby does 5. With all due respect, nothing but nets. Why do we care about you doing push-ups? Bobby's the star of this show, folks. Come on. Rick writes in, the angrier he gets, the more tired and cranky he seems. I guess so. Peter says, I want to keep all our young players. That's why I don't want Davante. My point to you would be you can't. Right? Davante's contract would line up perfectly with when you'd have to start dealing with the cap hits for some of the guys you'd extend. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 5 closer. Bethpage Chris, making it rain. 5 channel memberships have come through the pipeline. And in honor of Jalen Brunson, hit it, Mike Green. Bang! Yeah. Bang! Here we go. D1, Patrick Cahill, Little Jesus, Nikki Tyne, COD, Salami 22. You guys are all officially Asmaniacs. Congratulations. Let's keep it rolling with your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the line is Gary. Hello, Gary.
The nothing but nets is me.
I know. I was messing with you off air. I knew that one was for me. I don't know if the audience knows it's you, but yes, nothing but nets is Gary's new net channel. Go subscribe if you're one of the 7 net fans out there.
And if you're not, me and Nate are gonna have the Tyrese Halliburton versus Jalen Brunson debate. We would love you to check it out, Jake.
What are your thoughts on the Bridges deal now that you see Brunson just take $113 million less?
All right, so 2 things. I don't know if you were in Bobby's show when I said if they do that, they should just give him sainthood in New York City. Like, I thought they were like, I heard that rumor. I was like, there's no way Brunson's going to sign.
It's unheard of.
Prime of his career. If he was 35 and had no time, and this was his last chance to win a championship, maybe. But in the prime of his career, to give up that much money is crazy. If he wants to do it, he wants to do it. But that's insane to me. How do I feel about the trade? It doesn't. I love the trade as much as I did yesterday. It doesn't change my opinion on the trade.
I think it makes the trade look even better from the Knicks standpoint.
The Nets had a team that had KD, Harden, and Kyrie. And 2 years later, they would have been drafting number 3 overall had they not traded the pick. So, you don't know where those picks are going to be in 2028, 2029, 2030. You don't know where they're going to be. So, I still love the trade. And where was Brunson picked? Second round, right?
Second round pick, yeah.
Where was everyone's favorite Nick now, Deuce McBride pick? Second round, right?
Yeah, I think he was a second round pick. Yep.
You can get good picks no matter where you draft if you know what
you picked. You picked 2 big outliers though. Go look at second round picks.
These are the guys that you love. These all of a sudden Deuce McBride is, I don't know, like the next Damian Lillard or something. He's like untradeable. We have to have Deuce. He's a good player. I like him. He's good.
He's a nice. What is your point of this? Like
But you can get good players wherever I pick if I know what I'm doing.
Right. That's why that's why the Knicks trading all their picks. Who cares? Like they're going to be picks that won't matter.
The Nets said that when they traded for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, and they said that again when they traded for James Harden. Both times it came back to look. I'm with you. That was the point of my call. Davante Adams. Do you want to trade 6 first-round picks to get him?
No.
Why not? He's a good player. You can win a Super Bowl.
6 first-round picks.
Oh, that's a lot, isn't it?
You can't, Gary.
I know.
You can't compare the value of an NFL first-round pick with the value of a basketball first-round pick.
I'm just saying the same energy that seemingly the same people, the same fan bases have for trading everything to get Bridges, which, look, if you win a championship, if you're better than Boston, it was well worth it. It was well worth the price of admission. But that same energy, where's that for Adams? All of a sudden now, like, well, maybe wait till the deadline. And if you wait till the deadline, someone else could trade for
So
him.
what would you trade right now? Not 6-1s. What would you trade?
I'm going to start with a 2. If that doesn't get it done, I'll throw in 2 2s. What do I need?
Because that's just not good value for a 31-year-old receiver.
Okay, you know what's good value? Having a receiving core with Mike Williams, Davante Adams, and that's good value. Like, let's do that. Like,
But the Raiders might not even take that. They might ask for your 1, and I don't know if it's smart to make that deal right now.
just this year's 1 and nothing else. Just 2025's.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is a lot. And ultimately, I'm going to try not to do that. But if that's really what it took, it's the number 32 pick in the draft, Jake. Number 32 pick.
You don't know that.
Oh, if we get him, it is.
We thought the Jets weren't going to have a first-round pick last year, and 4 plays in, we knew they were about to have one.
Why is the energy so much different for Bridges?
Because it's a different sport. It's a completely different sport. You can't even compare. Also, Bridges is like 27 in the prime of his career on an unbelievable contract. Davante's 31. And the contract would, at least at this point, you would need him to restructure it, I would think, to be able to even facilitate that trade, which you don't know if he would do.
Aaron will get him to restructure. You know damn well, if he comes to the Jets, Aaron will get him to restructure.
Look, I would disagree with the opinion if you say trade the 1 for Davante now. It's not crazy, but when you start comparing Davante Adams to the Knicks trading a lot of picks to get Bridges, it's not even close to the same thing.
It's the principle I'm talking about. The principle is like we're gonna overtrade, or we're gonna overbuy, we're gonna overspend to give ourselves the absolute best chance of winning this year. That's what the Knicks did, and that's what overspending for Adams would do. Again, it's a lot. If you're giving up a first, and I don't want to give up a first, but if that's what you have to do, it's a 32nd pick in the draft to get Adams. All right, let's do it.
It's different in football, man. You know that. You're not that stupid.
I'm saying
you haven't taken that many hits to the head.
It's the energy. Like, why are you willing to go all in for the Knicks, but not all in for the Jets?
Let's talk about something different. All right.
All right.
How are you spending your weekend in Texas?
It's gonna be hot this weekend. I don't know. You gotta ask my wife.
Are you spending time with your wife? I was about to ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can we not do that, man?
She actually just called in again. I can't believe this.
We go because Gary, you need to stop yelling at all your friends about Joe Douglas and all of the Jet stuff. I mean, I'm going to leave you for Bobby. Wiggle, beagle, beetle, beetle, beetle. Just let your cornrows down and just stop it already with all of the fighting. It's not worth it. I love Bobby. Wiggle, deagle, 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 deagle.
Gary, your thoughts?
This question here, we didn't overspend for Bridges. When you go look back at that in 2031, you see everything that you gave up. You could have, again, if you win a championship, who cares? It doesn't matter. But yes, you overspent for Bridges.
Are we still talking about this? I thought we were talking about your wife. I wasn't listening.
Jake, that thing scares me. Like, I'm not really afraid of anything. I see that thing. It looks like the most hideous Halloween costume.
That scares you more than this? Wait a second. That scares you more than this?
Oh, is that Gary's wife? Hi, Gary's wife. Oh, there she is. Got good looking.
That whole thing is creepy, Jake. That never happened. Gator created that in his lab. That never actually happened. That's like the
Bobby. Did this actually happen? Did Gator create that, or that actually happened on your show?
I think it did happen because I told you. How many times do I have to repeat
Bobby,
myself?
the correct answer is I can't be certain. I don't recall.
Exactly.
Well, no, the answer is I was tired. It was 10-hour show, and I made a mistake. That's it. And drop the subject. That's why I am going to.
I want to drop the subject.
Gary, I know. This is ridiculous. Jake stirs the pot all the time. And we see, Jake, this is what pisses me off now.
I'm going to start with my boomerang from Craig right now.
Yeah, you got to put it where the moon don't shine, too.
Bobby, we love you, man. I don't want my head to be on a stick.
Well, you know, I need to find Matt O'Leary. He's supposed to come on my show. I want his butt on a stick. Bobby.
Sorry, I meant to say I don't want my my butt on a stick. By the way, Shout out to Gator. We now have a new logo in the corner for when Bobby calls in. If I remember to do it. You enjoying that, Gary?
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
Gator, it's not lining up correctly. It's a little off. Got to work on that one. We'll get that right, though. Don't worry. Anyway, Gary, I have your logo. Your logo works fine.
There you go. Congrats on
the
Brunson contract. That is what was it? 4 years for 100. And what was it?
$113 million extension. Yep.
That's an impressive contract. So you still have the two best contracts in basketball for the next 2 years, and then you'll have the Brunson contract for 4 years from now when Jalen Brown resigns for $60 million a year. Like the value on that contract at the end of the contract is going to be insane.
Yep, it's like going to a gas station and ordering pizza.
Gas station pizza is better than a Big Mac.
What a show, folks. All right. Also, Deuce McBride's contract's pretty insane, too, once they sign him to that extension. The Knicks might have the 3 best contracts in basketball. Laney says, I can't breathe. Wild Wave, I'm dying. This show's been funny, man. I know Bobby's a little cranky, but we're having fun. Jeff Fan for Life says, LOL, just choked on my beer. Cheers. It's all good fun, Bobby. I just want you to get some rest. Man. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll keep the show rolling for a little while longer. Happy Friday to everybody. Gator is back with another option for the Bobby on a chair emoji, folks. He is cooking. All right. Here we go. Volume 4. Bobby sitting in a chair from the great Gator McCluskey. Should this be our next emoji? Or the one that already won, the one on the left, is that the go-to? These are the questions. I need to get to the super chat from the big fella that came in. Bear with me, guys. These super chats aren't automatically being saved in my area of StreamYard, so I'm not getting to them as quick as I'd like. Big fella, I apologize. Here we go. Jake, please tell Gary the difference in value has to do with roster size in sports. Like, you can't even compare the Davante Adams situation to the Bridges situation. You can't. That's why I just wanted Gary to drop it, because I don't have it in me to argue with him. All right. Here's my take on Gary's take.
Nobody gives a shit.
Because I can't do it. All right. I can't. If he says I'd trade a 1 now for Davante if I could get him, well, I wouldn't do it now. I don't think that's a crazy take. When he starts talking about trade 6 1s, Brock Bowers, gas station pizza, chicken and pasta, I can't do it, folks. Can't. All right. I can play this so we can change the vibes in here.
Chicken doesn't go with pasta. Don't you know it's disgusting? Chicken can't go with pasta. Why? Because of the texture. Instead, go get yourself pizza at the closest Shell gas station, because chicken don't go with pasta. I just discovered dogs are pets.
What a song. A songbird of our generation. All right. Keep it rolling here. More of your calls. If you're a first-time caller, you cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, Jets Johnny's not a first-time caller. He's an OG, and he's up next. What's up, Johnny?
Yo, what's going on, Jake? How you
the
doing,
pride
man?
of Broward County, baby. How about that? I got it right.
He finally got it right. It only took you like 2 years. Got it. Nah, man, I was, this whole Davante thing got me messed up, man, because there's like 2 parts of me, right? So like one part of me is like, just fuck it. You know what I mean? Sorry. But just like give up all the first round picks, all the draft capital, whatever the hell Oakland wants, give it to them right now. Because when you get Davante on the team with Garrett Wilson and with Mike Williams, that's like a movie, man. Like that don't even make no damn sense. But then there's another part of me that says that the Jets are not just here in 2024. We're here 2025, 2026. And you need that draft capital to rebuild the team in case this year doesn't go the way that we want it to go. Because as much as, I say 17-0 and all that stuff, there is a world where we don't make the playoffs and we have to get the team ready for that scenario as well. And if you go ahead and trade all of your capital right now before you see how the thing goes, like that could be bad. So there's like two parts to be kind of conflicting. But I mean, obviously I would love Davante, but I think right now, like your take is right. Like you wait for it, because also in the future it'll be a lot less to get him on this team. And if we do, it's a wrap, man. It's a movie, and I can't wait to see it if it does happen. But
there's a balance to it, right? Like
right.
you have to be. I'm not saying they can't get him. I just don't think it makes sense to pursue him at this point, unless like if you can get him for a third now or even a second, fine. I don't think you trade a first round pick now till we see what happens with this team. Like Mike Williams could be ready to go. Corley could be Garrett Wilson as a rookie. Like there's a scenario where like you don't need to make that move this second, but maybe you do closer to the deadline and you can get him for way cheaper and it fits your team better at that point.
Right. And I don't know about giving up Corley either. I know Purple Belt Mike, that's my dog, but I don't know about giving up Corley too early because, you don't know what he is yet. I mean, in theory, it makes sense, right?
I mean, if it was just Corley for Davante straight up, I'd do it now. But then when you
Right.
start talking about 2 third-round picks and Corley, that's a lot.
Right. And you kind of want to see what he can become as well, because there's a lot of hype surrounding him. So, like, I don't know that I want to blow up the future of the team specifically for Davante Adams. But if there's a case later on in the season, I'd be all about it, man, because that dude is special. He's a difference maker. He's a game breaker. Everything you can say. And then the connection with Aaron Rodgers just throws it over the top. Like, because if we didn't have Aaron Rodgers, you would still want him on the team. But the fact that we have Aaron Rodgers, you just know that connection is going to be lethal. And so, I mean, I'm shaking, bro. I can't wait, man. I'm pumped this July, and I'm pumped for the season, man. I got my Aaron Rodgers shirt on. I'm ready to go, bro. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait to see you in October for my birthday for the Houston game. I'm so excited, man. I know I haven't called in a while, but I got my tickets for that. I'm super excited, bro. And yeah, that's really all I got today, Jake. So you have a good one, bro. I appreciate you.
Johnny, you're the man. Appreciate you. Folks, I just put the link in for those watching the show live. A bunch of you always ask about my Gotham City Jets football shirt from Homage. Click that link. This channel gets credit. You'll get the best deal on it. Any of these shirts you see on the screen from Homage, just click the link, get the shirt. Any of these shirts. They also offer hoodies, shorts. You can see some of their options on the screen there, and I'll make it even easier. Ready? Even the olds can handle this. And my dad can scan a QR code, so can you guys. Take out your phone, point it. By the way, I had to get a new phone the other day. Got my Jets little pocket socket on the phone now. Right there. Scan it. Takes you to the site, and you can get some fresh Jets gear from our sponsor, Homage. Shout out to them for being a part of our show. All right, I said first-time callers. I don't know if this guy's called in before. He certainly has made his presence felt, though. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Basil is up next. What's up, Rob? Have you called before?
I have once. Okay. Yeah, I have once. But
welcome
what's
aboard,
up, man?
man?
How you doing?
I'm great, man. First off, love the red hair, man. I respect it from one redhead to another.
Yo, I appreciate it. Me too. Same with you, by the way. Can't wait to see you on the 17th. And if we can get Davante, bro, Super Bowl. For sure, Super Bowl. 100%. I don't care when it is. It could be at the trade deadline. Let's just go get it. And I love this channel. Love this community. Everyone rocks. Let's get that new emoji, and let's go Jets. That's all I wanted to say. Jake, have a good one. See you later.
You're the man. Thanks so much for all your donations the last couple of days. Truly appreciate it, man. Can't wait to meet Rob on the 17th. For those who don't know what he's referring to, have you been living under a rock? It's our first ever Asmaniac watch party at T Squared Social, Midtown Manhattan, right next to Grand Central Station, right next to Alden Shoe Store. Bonesy is having a pregame party for everybody. He's giving out shoes. I'm just kidding. Those are like $700 shoes. But it is right next to Alden's, and it's going to be a great night. Starts at 6:30. The game's at 7. T Squared Social will have the game on every TV with the sound on. The ESPN New York promo team's going to be there. We're going to have bowling, pool, darts, golf simulators, all available for Asmaniacs to use during the watch party. Because let's be real, it's preseason, right? It's preseason. We want the Jets to win, but we're not going to be locked into every second of every snap. So, plenty of other things to do. Plus, drink specials, food specials. I've been there before. Food is excellent. Drinks are excellent. Plenty of TVs. It's going to be a blast, man. RSVP with the link in the description to confirm your spot. lot of you have already RSVP'd, man. Already over 100. We've been promoting this since Tuesday. That's insane. For a damn preseason game. Think about that. Amazing. Greg, your comment violates the rules of this show. So, Greg, unfortunately, we're putting you in timeout for 5 minutes, and I issue you this warning.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
To those who saw his comment, my sincere apologies. Mr. K, Rob's the man. Rich, great call from Rob. Rob, call back more. Leany, Rob, let's go. Genergy checks in. Genergy, are you coming on the 17th? I know you work in Manhattan. You live in the Bronx. This should be easy for you to make it. If you're around, of course. Snowball says, you called me crazy when I said Davante to the Jets. I don't think it's happening now. Could I see it happening at the deadline? Absolutely. Absolutely. Genergy, oh shoot, they have a bowling alley. They do. Google T Squared Social if you haven't. The place is owned by Tiger Woods and Justin Timberlake. All right? It's going to be a blast. Trying to get JT to perform halftime if V-Man doesn't come through for us. You know, obviously we all would prefer V-Man, but Timberlake wouldn't be a bad second option. Peter says Bobby has a case of the ass. Peter, you're cranky today too. Bobby, you want to come on and defend yourself?
Yep.
Bobby,
yep.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Peter Castro, I don't have a sign. I don't have a case of the ass. You do. Okay. Thank you very much for that comment. I appreciate that. I'm fine as I am. I'm just acting myself. Okay. Don't say that to me, Peter.
Yeah.
I hope your wife slaps you right in the head for that comment.
Well, you know I love to talk and hate to type. Jake, when is your next show? Alan is a cartoon character. Bobby.
Man. Mr. K says, I Googled it. Place looks amazing. Can't wait. Cannot wait. That page, Chris, will Tiger be available to hang on the golf simulator? I put the request in. When I was doing the contract with them, I'm like, so what event does Tiger come to? What event does Timberlake come to? They're like, don't you have V-Man? I'm like, we do, but, you know, I don't know if he can come to every event. Charlie says, dope place. I'll be there. See you there, Charlie. See you there. Boomtown says, do you think Justin Timberlake would rip the pastry off Bobby during the halftime show? All I know is he's bringing sexy back, baby. Carly checks in. Can't wait for the meetup. That's right. Carly will be there. So she claims. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see how many memberships we are away from our next emoji. Maybe Carly will read some. That usually gets some memberships being gifted. We are 82 away from officially unveiling the new channel emoji. More calls here. We'll continue. We'll go a little longer here. It's a Friday show. It's happy hour. We're having a blast. Call in with a cocktail if you're at home. Ladies and gentlemen, Keanu is on the line. Keanu, what do you got for us?
Jake, how many memberships to not let Gary call in ever again?
Ooh. I mean, that's going to be a lot. I mean, Keanu. I mean, Gary's takes are so bad. They're sometimes entertaining.
I'll gift all 82 if I have to. Listening to him talk about sports is cruel and unusual punishment. Listen, I'm not a mean guy. He seems like a nice guy, but I mean, he was like, oh, if the Knicks traded this many draft picks, why won't the Jets trade one draft? I'm like, what? I think if I showed him a video of basketball and a video of football, I don't know if he'd be able to tell me which sport was which. Anyways, I'm done being mean. I just want to
$410 for 82 memberships. All right. I don't know if we could ban Gary. You know, I'd have to think about this. I feel like that's worth, you know, maybe a 2-week suspension.
2 weeks for $400? Give me a month. How about a month? How's that?
Gary's part of the family. This is tricky for me. I'm a capitalist, but Gary sometimes, you know, his calls bring his awesome daughter, who's great.
That's true. She could call in. Don't ban her or his wife. That's fine, but not Gary.
But what if he appears with Decker. Then we got to get rid of Decker. I don't want to do that to Decker.
Okay, fair enough. We'll discuss this at a later.
I decided we can't ban Gary. I like him too much.
Okay, alrighty, fair enough. I don't think he's a bad guy. He seems like a nice guy. I don't.
No,
I don't
great
like
guy. Takes are terrible, but we can't ban
I don't
him.
like to be mean. Seems like a nice guy, Gary. But anyways,
No,
anyways.
I don't ban anyone who's on Patreon and is a loyal supporter. I'm just messing around. But
Right.
his takes are
Yeah, me
terrible,
too,
though.
me
I'm
too.
with you.
I'm just messing with you, Gary. You know it's all love with Asmaniacs, but I just want to call in and talk about Davante. I don't see a need for it. And not only do I see a need for it, I think it would almost be a step in the wrong direction, because if you had him and Garrett and Mike Williams all in the same field, they'd honestly be tripping over each other trying to get open. I mean, him and Garrett kind of occupy the same spaces, and they're very similar. And I mean, you could theoretically move Garrett because he's so versatile, but not when you have Mike Williams. So, like, let's say like Mike Williams doesn't return next year, or we don't resign him. I think you could trade for Davante then, and then move Garrett. But I don't think you could have all three at the same time. Now, let's say like
I
Mike
think you
Williams
can,
goes
though.
down.
But Mike Williams played a lot in the slot the last 2 years, so he can do it. And Garrett can too. I think Garrett's comparison might very well be Cooper Kupp. Like, that's where they could put Garrett. He gets a clean, free release every time, and Rodgers just cooks with him the way he used Randall Cobb all those years. Like, I very easily could see that. Davante played in the slot a lot too. Did you watch the film review we did the other day with Fialco? He showed a play where in the red zone, Davante was in the slot.
That's where he likes to play the most. But I don't know. I think right now we have the perfect amount of skill position players. I think one more is teetering too much, because at what point, like, if you have three, like Mike Williams and Garrett are elite receivers. If you have three elite receivers, how do you justify running the ball with Breece that much in a game when you have that many elite receivers? So I don't know. I think for me that's too much. And not only that, but let's say like Morgan Moses or Tyron Smith or Mosley or Quinnen goes down in the middle of the year. You don't want to lose all your draft picks acquiring a guy that you don't necessarily need, because let's be honest, it's the NFL and also it's the Jets. Someone's going to get hurt. And if you have to replace someone, you want to have those draft picks there ready to be able to replace them.
100%. To me, the Davante conversation just doesn't seem possible at this point. I'll go back to what I've said throughout the show, but it's certainly plausible, even if those guys are all healthy, that they still think they need him. Come trade deadline, they make it work. Like, you just add talent because he's so great. And like, who's to say after you added him there wouldn't be an injury? Like, remember the Rams added OBJ, and then Robert Woods tore his ACL the next week and was done for the year. OBJ became a luxury to a necessity a week later. So that could happen too.
100%. I don't know. To me, the two situations where it would happen is at the deadline if something happens to Mike Williams, or God forbid Garrett, or after the season, you either don't resign Mike Williams or he doesn't plan on returning, and then you trade for him. I just think having all three, like, let's say you have all three of those guys. When do Conklin or Ruckert ever get the ball? How do you justify running the ball with Breece if you have all those great receivers? You know what I mean?
You find ways to get them. They get the ball in the red zone. There's ways to get to the ball. Look at Robert Tunyon's stats with Rodgers, right? As like the fifth guy, but he scored double-digit touchdowns. There's ways to get him the ball.
Listen, it's definitely a fun conversation to have. I would love to have Davante Adams, especially after all these years of watching garbage. We definitely deserve to have a dream team. But I don't know. I think that's one too many. That's just my take.
Keanu, how's the what are you doing? A little Amazon action today?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
I love it, man. I love it. How are the packages? I see the guys in New York City. They don't show very much care for the packages.
I am not like that. I show a lot of care to the packages. I actually tore a couple of them open earlier to see if there's any Jets jerseys in here. But there's
Keanu, enjoy the weekend.
You too, Jake. Thank you very much.
I appreciate the call there from Keanu. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, big fella chimes in. Can't ban Gary. He's like the wacky uncle that you talk to. And just now when he speaks, while knowing the take is crazy, you also know he's a good guy. We can't ban Gary because we would lose Decker. Decker clearly saved Gary. I think Carly commented that. She's right. 100%. We need Gary. We also have a new emoji ready. If and when we finally hit the Bobby emoji, we can start working towards the Gary's wife emoji. Gator just sent me this. Unreal. Unreal. Peter writes in, I will donate 50 memberships if Bobby does 10 push-ups. Wow. That's a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, I see Bobby waving off air. He would like to respond. Bobby, your thoughts?
Okay. Peter Castro, I told you I have a my back is not good for that. But I want to bring something up. You mentioned Keanu is a delivery truck driver.
Keanu, yep.
You ever see King of Queens when Doug does his deliveries?
Yeah.
I love that show. Do you remember when he wanted to change his cologne and he had the song, we like that smell. You know that song, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And Carrie didn't like it. And then he had to hide the stuff he wanted to wear in the cereal boxes. It was crazy. I love that show.
You know that Doug Hefferman is a big Jets fan, Bobby?
Yes, I know. A Met fan, too.
Mm-hmm.
And his cousin, well, not his cousin. My friend Chris met Greg Valentine, who plays his cousin on the show.
Ah.
And do you remember Spence?
I do.
He's on the game show now called 1% Club.
Bobby, your woman just joined the show. Sarah's here.
Hi, beautiful. Well, I'm going on after VR and Johnny, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Is Sarah joining you?
I think so. She might be on. It's Saturday.
Oh, Bobby.
Hey guys, guess who's with me now?
Oh, Bubby.
It's the girl who makes my freaky roll.
Oh, Bubby.
She's the only one I let sit on my chair.
Oh, Bubby.
With her beautiful face and her long blonde hair.
Oh, Bubby. I mean, you know I'd stop by more often if you clean up this mess.
Oh, Sarah.
Is that an old ham sandwich over there, Bubby?
Yes, Sarah.
Do you think I'm prettier than 3D Gary, Bubby?
Of course, Sarah.
Because you said he's good looking with his long, sweet hair.
Oh, Sarah. I thought it was his wife.
Man, what a call. What a call from Bubby. What a song from Bobby and Sarah there. Tom says, time to get our freaky on. Not on this show. No. We warn people on this show. All right? Not on this show, Tom.
Calm your freaky down.
All right? Everyone just take it easy. New York Jeff says, finally catch a live show. So busy lately. Welcome aboard, Jeff. And shout out to everyone who doesn't watch live because life gets in the way. Appreciate all of you. Most people don't catch the show live. If you ever check my views, it's thousands. Well, right now, there's only 166 people watching. So shout out to everyone. We have a lot of emojis to add, though. We have, obviously, the Bobby in the orange chair, Gary's wife, the Alan lawn chair. I really would like to get the Asmaniac one up, too, but we just need more members. We'll get there. Once training camp starts and things are getting wild, get ready. Clancy says, Jake, how much to get a comment actually thrown up on the screen? I mean, super chats cut the line. So if you super chat, I'll read it. So what's the cheapest super chat you can send? I think it's like $2.99, right? Or $1.99, I think. Bobby, do you know the King of Queens song? You should sing that, by the way, if you're such a big fan of the show. My eyes are getting weary. Right? Can you sing it for us, Bobby? You know it? Let's see if we can get that.
Yeah.
Bobby, can you sing the King of Queens song?
Yeah, put me on full screen. I'll set it up.
All right.
You're not gonna be demonetized. I have my headphones on. Don't worry about it.
All right, so you're gonna sing the King of Queens theme song. Sound good, everyone?
Yeah, I need the backup scene.
Why don't you just Google the lyrics?
No, I am. That's what I'm doing.
All right. You let me know when you're ready.
Yep, I will. Let's see.
Okay. This will be a great way to end today's show. Take us into the weekend with some good vibes.
Well, you got tomorrow too.
Well, yeah, but the weekend starts right now. It's happy hour, Bobby. I got my Fireman Ed lager right here.
Right, gotcha.
I'm going out to dinner with my friend Dan, Bobby.
Oh, not Dan, just Dan.
Maybe other people.
Oh, I know who it is going to be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, let me see. I have to get it.
Any day, Bob.
I know. Wait a minute.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Peter, how many memberships will you gift if Bobby sings a beautiful rendition of the King of Queens theme song? My eyes are getting weary.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
back is getting tight.
I'm ready.
Sitting here in traffic. All right. You ready, Bobby?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
We're getting weary. My back is getting tight. I'm sitting here in the traffic on the Queensboro Bridge tonight. Well, I don't care because all I wanted to do was catch my drive and drive home to you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. No, wait a minute. Oh man, that's not it. Oh, I screwed it up. Okay, let me do it. Can I do it tomorrow's show?
Yeah, you can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll set it up. Yeah, that's not. I don't know. It's not working right now.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, Nick. When you have Nick as a co-host.
That's kind of disappointing. I feel like you should sing something else then.
What do you want?
I don't know. Give something that will pump up the Asmaniacs as we take us into the weekend.
Okay, let me sing it and do not laugh. You want
What are you
New York,
saying?
New York?
No, we've done that. We need something new.
Okay, like what? Give me a song.
Give me I don't know. Let's read the comments here. What should Bobby sing to close us out? Big fella with a good idea. How about a Jet chant, Bobby? Can you give us a passionate Jet chant?
Oh yeah, I did that on Nick's show last night. Okay, let's do that. Put me in full screen. Ready, guys? Jets, Jets. How's that?
One more time. Let's go.
Okay. Jets, Jets. How's that?
One more time.
Oh, come on.
Bring the energy. It's Friday, Bobby. Let's go.
Jets. Okay.
Well, you know I love to talk and hate to type. Jake, when is your next show? Alan is a cartoon character. Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I drink my Fireman Ed lager, I think Ed is very proud of Bobby. Well done. Well done. Ron Weiss with a super chat. We're about to wrap here. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Jake, it looks very steamy. Training camp. Will they not practice outside? No, they'll practice outside. It's part of getting ready for the season, right? The grind of training camp in the summer. Trust me, the Texans in Houston, where it's way hotter than it is in New York in the summer, I can tell you from experience, they practice outside every day. So the Jets, even if it's hot, will practice outside too. That's just how it goes. What a chant from Bobby. I'm fired up. I am fired up, folks. Way to send us off into the weekend. Hey, shout out to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to everyone who gifted a membership. I believe we added 43 total this show. We're getting closer and closer to our next emoji, which, if you missed it, you better rewind because we have determined this is the winner of the emoji that will be added next. Bobby in the orange chair. Nothing like it, folks. So hopefully we hit that over the weekend. Thanks again to everyone. Please hit the like on your way out of here. Have a good Saturday. I already told you Nick Shine is the guest tomorrow. I'll give you a Saturday show, 11 a.m. Eastern time, projected start time. So I'll be back then. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we end with a Jet anthem to get us fired up? Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the OG Will Monahan rap. Enjoy your Friday. Go Yankees. Big one against the O's. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Jets. Jets.
Jets. Jake Asman Show, man, you know he's up next. Best Jet show in the whole damn world. As maniacs are hype, man, they out of control. Bobby likes to talk, but he doesn't like to type. And Bonesy sells some shoes for the right price. Charles, where's the recipe for your chicken noodle soup? Tell us now, Joaquin Lowski coming after you, man. J-E-T-S, Jess. Jake Asman Show, man, you know he's up next. Aaron Rodgers throwing them dimes and Garrett Wilson running the 9. Yeah. Breece Hall gonna turn on the Jets and leave you in the backfield catching all your breath. Sauce gonna cooking on your wide receiver 1. Time is ticking on the clock, wait, your team is done. Gary, why don't you enjoy your gas station pizza and stop it with those takes? Or Jake might have to delete you. Alan, why your take so bad? Might have to throw you in the shadow realm, repentant Bobby, your dad. We know this year is for the New York Jets to show the league we're popping and we're not a mess. CJ Stroud gonna be crying to his mommy after the Williams brothers put him inside a tsunami. Tua can't even play in the cold. They call him a good quarterback, but it's just getting old. We all know the true potential of this team. Remove the name Jet and be the talk of the league. Done with all the critics saying clown show, circus. Yeah, we all get it. Aaron Rodgers gonna make you regret it. Yeah. J-E-T-S, Jess. Jake Asman Show, man, you know he's up next.
Stop. What's up, Jake? You're embarrassing yourself. Oh, shit. Stop. Let me ask you something, ass man. What do you think of Zach Wilson? He stinks. Thank God he's gone. He never scores no fucking touchdown. He stinks. The second pick for number 2 destroyed the Jets' cause. He stinks. Ass maniacs kick so much ass, but some of them, they kill the vibe and make the show a freaking mess. So Jake reminds them. He stinks. When Alan calls, he speaks the hate. That cartoon douche, he trashed the Jets. Let Bobby know, cause he's the man who will remind him. He stinks. Another call comes from the car. Distorted voice and no Wi-Fi. That's JJ with crap ass phone. Just cut off all the calls. He stinks. Is that gas station pizza? Come on, Gary. He stinks. Chicken don't go with pasta. Just get out of here, Jake. The guy is terrible. Enough!